4:01 is the time. We are finally getting a look at what the site around the new Commander Stadium could look like. New renderings were unveiled today by D.C. officials. It gives some insight into the proposed plans for the 180 acres along the Anacostia River. We are on top of this with team coverage tonight. Alexis Wainwright has new reaction from some disappointed neighbors. We want to start with Rafael Sanchez Cruz. He's at the old RFK site with what this new campus will include. And Rafa, this unveiling also really kicks off this 45-day period for the public to weigh in.
Yeah, Marcella, D.C. officials insist there is still time for changes. This master plan is essentially a guide for the transformation in this area, and it comes after feedback from 1,700 people, many of those D.C. residents.
Construction is underway at the old RFK Stadium site, and new renderings are offering a look into the future. Today, D.C. officials unveiled a master plan for housing, retail, and open space around the stadium.
We believe that this master plan really signals the desire to have as much development available at opening day or getting started at opening day.
The 89-page plan divides the 180-acre campus into 6 districts. 60 acres are dedicated to park space. Anita Cozart, D.C.'s director of planning, says that among community priorities, access.
Having lots of ways for people to get to one place is really important.
Up to 6,500 housing units will be divided in 3 housing districts. 30% will be affordable housing.
We do understand there's a need for that access to food in this area.
The plan includes a much-desired grocery store on site. 260,000 square feet is dedicated to retail space, and they're planning for 1,200 hotel rooms. The public indoor sports facility will need to be completed in 2030, along with the stadium. Another must-have, parking, which has become a contentious issue.
Opening day, there's a need for about 8,000 parking spaces provided through structured garages.
These are the mock-ups of the parking structures, a small fraction to accommodate the 65,000 seats in the stadium.
As the site evolves over time, other commercial uses, other housing units will have a parking associated with them as well.
D.C. officials say the changes in this area will be gradual, similar to what we've seen in other neighborhoods like Navy Yard and St. Elizabeth's. Marcella?
Thanks so much, Rafa. Now we want to bring in Alexis Wainwright. She is live from the Kingman Park neighborhood. Alexis, you've been talking to neighbors all day. What do people in Ward 7 think of this plan?
Well, Marcella, first let's start with the fans I've been talking to. They're really excited about what's to come next here for the RFK site. But here in Kingman Park, we've been talking with these residents for over a year now. We caught up with them today. A lot of them say this draft confirms what they feared all along. They say their concerns aren't being heard.
Many Kingman Park residents say they're frustrated after months of community meetings. Shelly Martin, who lives along Oklahoma Avenue, says this draft is exactly what she worried it would become.
You're asking for our input and then you're really disregarding it by the time we actually see it drafted.
The neighborhood chats are lighting up. Everyone is sad. Everyone is distraught. I feel pretty ignored. My neighbors feel pretty ignored.
One concern is widening Oklahoma Avenue here in front of several homes.
So imagine putting a major highway into a residential area.
This is not just unsightly, but it's going to be unsafe.
Alexis Pazmino has been one of the most vocal neighbors pushing back against plans for a large parking garage and other features near homes.
If our screams for changes have not been heard at this point, I don't know what they want to hear from us.
We asked the director of DC's Office of Planning how community feedback shaped the draft.
A big part of it was about design, and we've taken cues from other parts of the country and the world who've really thought about this, and so you'll see some design treatments that really focus in there.
They're planning to cover up this parking garage with, greenery. Covering the parking garage with greenery does not take away all the problems of a big parking garage in a residential area.
And starting tonight through August 14th, the public can comment on this draft that's out. You can do that either in person or at one of those virtual meetings. All the information you need to know is over on our website, WUSA9.com. Reporting live in Kingman Park, Alexis Wainwright. Marcella, we'll send it back to you.
All right, certainly the start of many more conversations to come over the summer. Alexis, thank you.